What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. This theme is going to be manifesting with burnout because I know I can't be the only person who is exhausted in this realm. But as always, let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to be seeing ways we can kind of push through what we're experiencing and how to navigate this pretty much exhausting or stressful time that we're kind of going through. I feel like so much manifestation content is geared around feeling good, being high energy, ignoring the circumstances, and not enough really acknowledges how much it can pretty much be exhausting having to navigate through these periods in times which things might not be going the best. We were kind of just tired, where you got bills stacked up. So there we go. Looks like this reading was definitely meant to happen. Oh boy. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Three of Swords, exactly. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Now let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. And King of Swords. Alright, cool. I'm going to go ahead and organize all these, and then we'll be right back. So this reading is pretty multifaceted. So I think first we're going to start off with acknowledging that this has been a pretty tumultuous time. It's been pretty exhausting, draining. Maybe even, you've been having to grieve or having to fight. The Three of Swords is usually very heavy energy. So I think in general, we're having to pull in our inner strength, especially from the King of Wands and the King of Swords. The King of Wands is all about leadership. It's all about stepping into your most authentic energy. And I think this points towards having to both step into that role and keep on pushing just a little bit more, as well as the King of Swords being very rational, being very calculated, being very strategic. So many people are just talking about just trust things are going to work out, trust things are going to work out. But sometimes you got to be logical. Sometimes you got to be rational. Sometimes you have to take very practical steps to go ahead and resolve what you're dealing with. Sometimes that is the root of manifestation, and that is the path of least resistance. Instead of kind of hoping, and not saying that people hope, especially in these periods, that things are just going to fall together, but instead of just letting your mind try to force that manifestation by hoping or by just forcing a belief that isn't quite seated into your experience, maybe it's time to be very calculated, very strategic, very planned with what you're going to do. This could be pointing towards getting help from somebody. The Hierophant sometimes points towards having a middleman. It could be pointing towards as well trusting your faith and your connection. Some people are able to kind of balance that out, practical emotions and faith. And maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe that is how you're going to get this resolution resolved, by having this situation resolved, by having a middleman or by having somebody who is going to step in and kind of help from there. Maybe it'll be your ancestors, your guides. Maybe it's going to be a deity that you work close with. Maybe it's a friend or family member. Maybe it's just called to reach out to somebody and to vent or to talk to somebody. It's definitely evident that things have not been fun, and we're just sitting in this discontent. So I think the way forward is a couple things. I know this sounds contradictory, but do what you can to, and I'm not trying to go back to the whole forced positive vibes thing, but sometimes when we are able to at least enjoy what we have, that changes quite a bit. It's I might not be in the best mood while I'm playing a video game, but it's better than just sitting, ruminating, and then just spiraling out. It's at the very least you're doing something to kind of put yourself in a better mood while you work towards something practical and while you deal with it. It's not like you can resolve all these problems 24 hours of the day. It's not like you can constantly be hammering and resolving whatever issues that you have. So sometimes the energy is doing what you can to stay as lighthearted or to soothe yourself to the best of your capacity, and waiting for an opportunity as you also work towards opportunities to present themselves. Maybe this middleman is family time, and maybe it's calling towards trusting and connecting with people like your friends, your family, and allowing them to kind of help put you in this better mood. A lot of times we tend to feel guilt or shame around relaxing, but sometimes that's what kind of helps the energy move, especially when we are stressed out about something. Just watching a movie or putting something on or doing something just to get our mind off of whatever problems that we have when we are in the space of not being able to do anything in that exact moment or in the immediate moment to resolve it. Again, I'm not saying don't take action. I'm definitely saying be very calculated, be very smart. Try your best to come up with a resolution and just take charge and keep moving forward in whatever capacity that you can. I'm not saying just ignore everything and just be, oh, ha, 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 laughing while shit's going to hell. But I do think there is going to be some kind of opportunity presenting itself that will then put you back into this more abundant state. It's just a matter of waiting for it to come in, or even putting out applications, or even talking to people. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting to that opportunity that we're kind of waiting to pop into our experience. Either way, peace and blessings. I hope this helps somebody, and I hope you guys have a great night, or I guess morning.